Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Friday. Happy Friday morning, guys. I want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as seasoned. I got the word for you. Tap in. So, guys, really quickly, I'm going to give you guys 10 reasons on why your blessings could be on hold. Please understand this is 10 out of a million. Also, this will not be for everyone, but if it is for you, tap in. Going to jump right in. Number one, God wants to develop your power. Power comes after you've been through some things, right? A lot of things. But God wants to develop your power. So I kind of almost want to say, like, going through attacks and going through different trials and things like that. Like, you want to kind of run away from it, but in all honesty, when you sit and you master those attacks and your storms and all these different seasons that you go through, in all honesty, I mean, that's how you're developing your power a lot of times too. So it's almost like we want to run away from bad seasons or dark seasons, but a lot of times God is developing your power and you don't even realize it, right? So he wants to develop your power. Number two, God wants you to see yourself the way he sees you. This is crucial. I didn't realize how important this was maybe like 2 years ago, especially as females, right? To all my females, we always want to see ourselves, the physical, our physical looks, because again, society has maybe made it known that, a woman's looks is like, top priority, I guess, for whatever reasons. So we want to sit here and just like focus on our external. And the truth of the matter is your beauty is internal, right? God sees your spirit, your soul, like you're everything. You're beautiful. The light shines through you. Do you know how beautiful it is to have the light shine through you? You can walk in a room full of models, but your light is going to overpower that room, right? So focus on your internal self. God wants you to start seeing yourself the way he sees you and not what society has placed upon us, especially women. Especially women. Men as well, but especially women. Number three, you already know, healing. You already know, healing. Some of your blessings may be put on hold, again, until you fully heal. Mind you, destiny season, due season, forever season, right? So those blessings are going to be on a whole nother level. So you have to be able to receive those blessings properly and to know that you deserve all those blessings, right? But if you're not healed, you're going to be running from them because, again, you're not going to even feel that you deserve it. So you got to get healed for a number of reasons. So you don't take all your same old nonsense ways into due season, destiny season, right? You can't, your old ways just can't go. Your old ways just cannot go. Healing. All right. Number four, God wants you to be very solid in your purpose first. Now, of course, I think one of the most powerful things is when God take and maybe merge two purposes together and it's like it just collide and boom, it takes off. But that's not the case all the time, right? Especially if you're just meeting someone, right? You're not even married, you're dating. So you need to be solid in your purpose so you can be sure that you're not going to fall head over heels in 3 days and just abort your purpose, everything that God has you working on, so you can just jump in and dive in head first into whatever this person has going on. Now, again, if you hear from God and that's what God tells you to do, then God has a whole different direction and it's going to be powerful. But if you haven't heard from God, please stay planted in your purpose and your calling. That's crucial. Number five, God is going to develop and work on your love being more deeper for him than ever, right? So you may be on hold if, again, your relationship with God has not reached that point where you know without a doubt, it doesn't matter who comes into your life. It can be Denzel Washington, it can be T.I., whoever you checking for, right? no matter who that person is, you know without a doubt, you will never love that person more than God. Do you know how many people make their spouses God and don't even realize it, right? Because it's like, oh, God, I love you, I love you. And the minute he sends somebody who you fall for or fall in love with or whatever the case may be, before you know it, God takes the back seat. And now you're making this person your God. You're idoling this person. So God want to be sure that that relationship is so planted and that your love for him is so deep, it doesn't matter who he brings to you. He will always, 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 always come first. Number 6. My God. Where is my highlighter? I need this for myself, right? Either you're going ahead of God or you're lagging behind God. I'm definitely not lagging behind God, right? Those are my fearful individuals, my timid individuals. But my doers, my A personalities, my visionaries, we are getting ahead of God too many times, and we're going to be on hold until we sit ourselves still and just get back in pace with God. Woo! Now, I must say that I think I have finally arrived to that point, right? I have to be intentional, but I think I'm finally there, right? My visionaries, you know what time it is. God showed it to you clear as day, and then he put you on pause. What am I pausing for? You showing it to me, I'm going to go get it, right? No, you're going to wait because there's processing before well, why you show it to me? So I can keep your butt motivated because you always want to move. And if I don't keep you motivated by showing it to you, you're going to go someplace else and get entangled someplace else. So I'm going to show it to you clear as day so you will know what it is. So either you're getting ahead of God or either you're lagging behind. It is so crucial to make sure you pray for grace to stay in the moment, right? Grace to be in the moment. What is your will? What is your purpose? Give me wisdom for today. I literally have to say that every morning. And I just started that maybe 3 weeks ago. And literally for 3 weeks, it's amazing how when you ask God for something, he will give it to you. Ask him for grace to stay in today. We're thinking about tomorrow. We're thinking about next month, next year. Stay in today. As Christus told me, if we're not careful, we will miss the details. Stay in today. Don't drag behind him because it's just as worse. Don't get ahead of him. Stay in the pace. All right. Next thing. Number 7. He has to build kingdom partnerships, right? And this is just not your purpose partner, your purpose spouses, right? Kingdom partnerships, right? These are individuals that are like friends or people that you would even meet, right? Not even always friends, like you know them forever. He would just connect a relationship, right? This person, okay, let me give you an example now that I'm thinking about it. The young lady who won the Mordecai mission, well, she's over in Nigeria, right? But when she goes through her Mordecai mission program, look how many people that she will be able to share that knowledge with, right? Because she's taking notes, she have all this paperwork, all the stuff that she's going to be studying and things like that. And so once that program is over in 3 months, then look how many people she would be able to help in Nigeria who would probably never even have the opportunity to even attend such a wonderful mentorship with Pastor R.C. Bliggs, right? So he will bring in this partnership was built in the most, I can't even explain to you in words. It wouldn't make any sense, right? It would not make any sense. God is supernatural, so a lot of things just doesn't make sense. But the point is, he's bringing you people, right, who will be your kingdom partners in different areas and for different reasons. Again, it's not about discarding your old friends, right? That's not the issue here. But a lot, if not all, of those relationships will change. So if you're starting to realize that God is, like, a lot of those friendships and stuff are like falling off, and again, not always bad. Either you're growing apart, either, coronavirus kind of just came in and just you grew apart type of thing. I just said that you grew apart, or just, and I'm thinking because someone said that, one of you guys said that in the comment section the other day, like how you're in the season where you're losing all your friends and things like that. And don't get it twisted now. Some of these friends, when you start losing friends in a certain season or people in a certain season, some of these people will come back. Not a lot. I think for me, 2 came back, right? But these 2 are spiritual individuals, right? They know the Lord, that type of thing. A couple didn't come back because even if they know God, but they're just not properly aligned where we can really do some kingdom work right now. Some will never return, at least from what I can see. Not anything bad, not anything good, but that's just not where you are. That's not where you are. But, if you happen to once in a year, whatever, y'all turn up, go turn up. But not on an everyday basis. Not, God is going to bring you people, honey, that, listen, your whole conversation is going to be different. Y'all going to be sitting down taking notes together, like meeting of the minds type of thing, like next goal type of thing, next level type of things. Not those petty conversations where you're used to having with, okay. Number 8. Your blessings potentially could be on hold because God have already told you to relocate. He's already told you your old town is never going to accept you in the fashion of how he wants to use you. They're not going to respect you on that level, right? He's taking you higher, but they're not going to be able to see you on that level because y'all went to school together. Like y'all just whatever. Y'all turned up together, and now God is taking you higher. But it's almost like they still want to kind of just keep you to that level. Some just don't want to see you go higher because they're going to feel like you went higher and they didn't, right? So some jealousy may come in. Or then someone maybe try to attempt, this right here is crucial. Some will attempt to make you feel guilty almost, right? That you have to go higher, and that that you can't just have all that time available like you used to have. And when you're first starting to go higher, you will struggle with this if you're not careful, right? You will struggle with it. I know I did. It's almost like you start to feel guilty, right? You see the blessings and you're all happy because God is taking you higher, but then why are you always so busy? You don't answer your phone anymore. Well, just call me whenever I guess you have time for me, right? All that stuff. But real, true, authentic friendships, first of all, they want to see you go higher, right? Because if they're wise, they know it's going to be a benefit to them as well, right? But yeah, God may have already asked you to relocate. Maybe that ex is there that you just cannot see past, right? You can't see past him for whatever reason, even though the relationship is done and over. You can't see past him. Well, I know why you can't see past him. Well, potentially, you can't see past him because you have not been exposed to your kingdom spouse / purpose partner yet. When you've been exposed to that, listen, okay. When God have either expose you to that individual or giving you a download that even if you haven't been exposed to them, but you have a download on what God has for you. You may not even know who it is, but you know what God is trying to give to you, right? But that person may be in a whole different country, a whole different state, but because you're fearful of relocating, you just don't know what's on the other side. I'm going to be by myself. I'm used to being with family. I have a big, huge family, and no one has ever left, and I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to be all by myself. Who am I going to call when I get a flat tire? Right? You can have all these different scenarios that's holding you there. But God has been pressing on you over and over that it's time to relocate. That can be one state over. That can be a town over. Who knows? Whatever. If God has been telling you that your time is up where you currently are. Right? So some blessings may be on hold, because one thing I've learned is God's not going to release certain blessings when you have certain people and certain things around you that he has been clear for you to move. If that's for you, tap in. Number 9. Well, speaking of all of that, let me just add, removing toxic people, including some toxic family. Here's the thing. Destiny blessings, right? Destiny seasons, due seasons, all that stuff is about you finally receiving every single thing that has always been for you. When you have certain people around you, and these can be people that you love immensely, but you know you can love somebody and it's just, listen, I don't like you. We don't get along. It's always toxic. We're always arguing. We're always this. Every time we see each other, within 10 minutes, we want to tear each other's head off, right? All that toxic stuff. Old relationships, right? Old relationships, even romantic relationships. Just that you can love a person, but it's toxic. There's no peace behind it. God will eventually, before he promotes you, you will go through it. Let me put my pen down. I'm telling you now, I'm warning you, go ahead, grab your edge growth oil, because pruning season will snatch all of your edges. For my guys, go ahead and get your, what's the little sprinkle thing they put on when they got the receding hairline, your I forgot what it's called. Go ahead and just buy it, because I'm telling you now, pruning season is no joke. And pruning season also happens within that transformation season. Again, the isolation season is just more so less isolating you. But honey, next that transformation season, and that which pruning season is within that. Pruning season will snatch all of your edges. And what's crazy is this. It may get to the point that God has been clear in giving you downloads like, listen, remove this person. But flesh is just not strong enough. Honey, he's going to snatch that rug. And listen, he don't care about our emotions when it comes down to certain things, right? So it doesn't even matter how that thing happened. That person can betray you. That person can tell a lie on you, and every single person turn against you. That person can start holding their children against you. Like a number of things can happen, and the hurt is more so less because we're looking at how it happened. No one else would do nothing for you, and I was the only one who held you down. I've been there for your child since the time they were born, and now you want to hold your child against me. You told this lie on me. It wasn't even my fault. We're focusing on all that, right? Which is natural, right? It's flesh. It's natural. And the whole time, it has nothing to do with how it happens. It had to happen. You were warned, right? The ball was in your court. You were warned to go ahead and pull away, but you couldn't. So the rug was snatched. We can't control the narrative on how it's snatched. It had to be snatched. So after pruning season, you will go through a grieving process, because especially when it's people, right? Pruning season, I mean, you're going to lose some things too, but people, you're going to go through this grieving process, because there's a good chance that a lot of those relationships will not come back. So you're grieving the relationship, and then some of them may, but the relationship will look completely different. Now it's more so less of, rather than talking to you weekly, just because we're quote unquote blood, I can't talk to you until I see you at the next family reunion. I can't talk to you until a month later, or every once a month, whatever, however God instructs it. But he will tell you very clearly. And you, honestly, if you're tapped in enough, when you're grieving that relationship, the depth of how you're grieving and how you're feeling is going to tell you. Because if you're grieving, if that's a very, very deep, hard grief, you almost know that relationship ain't coming back, right? But if it's more of a feel of like a conviction, you're grieving, but it's more like a conviction, like, hey, I've told you to love this person from a distance. I've told you to stop calling this person every week, because every time you call them, it's always a bunch of toxic stuff that it shifts your spirit. And then before you know it, you're distracted and you're not even hearing from me. Okay, so let me shake you up. Okay, so again, I don't want you talking to them every day, right? Maybe once a week, maybe once a month. So that's more so less of a conviction. Yes, it hurts, but okay, God, I'll make sure I put some boundaries up. But when you go through like that heavy grieving, almost till you drop to your knees and can't get up grieving, that relationship is done. Okay. Number 10. And lastly, again, confidence, self-esteem, crucial. Right? You're going into destiny season. With destiny season comes destiny blessings. What come with destiny blessings? A bunch of chickens. A bunch of chickens and mud ducks, right? So if your confidence and your self-esteem is not where it needs to be, and you are not solid enough to know that no one or nothing can touch you wherever you are, let it be with your purpose partner, kingdom spouses, or just in your purpose and your calling, whatever. You're going to have all kind of people attacking you, because the spirit of jealousy is real, right? People are attacking you. They're saying things about you. They're trying to get with your peoples, whatever the case may be, right? If your confidence and your self-esteem is not solid in that area, and you have any shakiness going on, they're going to knock you off of your post, and you're going to feel like, oh my God, it's not worth it. Honey, you better know, you better remember every single thing you've been through, including that pruning season, right? Isolation season as well. You better focus on all that and know that it is worth it. It is worth it. And I've worked too hard, right? I've sacrificed too hard. I went through hell and back to sit here and let your spirit of jealousy make me want to sit down, because you may judge me, or you come into a room and you're trying to, wink at my peoples, right? Okay, you might get your head bust right quick, right? Okay, that's flesh. No, we ain't gonna do flesh. So let me go back over here, right? Let me go back over here. If I can warn the spirit against you, don't play. Don't play with it. Don't play with me and don't play with it. Okay. Confidence and self-esteem, right? That Virgo came out me just now, honey. Don't play with our peoples. Period. So guys, that's 10 out of probably 100 things. I promise you. I may do another 10 this weekend. I don't know. But just know that's 10 out of so many things it can be on why your blessings are on hold. For myself, I know without a doubt, number 6 was definitely for me, getting ahead of God. Removing people, I think that was number 9. Because I'm obedient, when I heard to remove people, I did. But then there was 2 people that I really struggled with removing, and the rug was snatched. Thank God I got my edges. The rug was snatched, but it's okay, because now I'm grateful. I'm grateful because I have this peace. I don't have any type of lingering, narcissism type of pull, anything like that. So keep pushing, guys. Again, it's hard, but it's worth it. You guys have a great one. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.